Hello and welcome to TEChBrits, your community-driven technology show, and a very community-driven few weeks we have lined up for you.
In the next few weeks, we are going to be having some of the best of the UK tech scene joining us on the show, and we're just going to be we're basically showcasing what they do online.
Exactly, there's some fantastic talent out there, and we hope that this series really helps show you guys what's out there.
What's up everyone? Big thank you to the TEChBrits guys for giving me the opportunity to do this little interview. Gotta say, massive respect to these guys, personal friends of mine. They've even been to my house. Would you believe I actually let them in? But yeah, they've given me a whole bunch of questions to go through today. Really looking forward to sharing with you guys. Please make sure you're all subscribed to the TEChBrits channel. They really do some awesome content, and yeah, definitely get subscribed to those guys.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us exactly who you are and what it is you do?
So basically everyone, I am Adam, aka MrThaiBox123. I've got a YouTube channel along with some websites as well. In fact, various YouTube channels and various websites. But you can basically find me at MrThaiBox123. .com or youtube.com/MrThaiBox123, and I am a tech reviewer. So I basically review tech products, anything kind of gadget based, phones, tablets, computers, laptops, desktops, TVs, whatever you want basically. I am Mr. Tech Reviewer, and that's what I do.
Cool, so what got you started?
What got me started in the first place was I had a setup with an old Mac Pro. I think it was a 2009 Mac Pro, and I had three 24-inch Dell LED displays or LCD displays, and what I was going to do was upgrade to a 2010 Mac Pro, but I wanted to get three 27-inch cinema displays as well. So what I decided to do was say, right, instead of throwing away the other three 24-inch Dell displays, why don't I try and have six? So I searched everywhere on YouTube and Google to see if this was possible, and I couldn't find any information about it at all. It didn't seem like anyone else had done it. So basically what I did was I thought, right, well, when I get it up and running, I'm just going to put a couple of videos out there just to show people how to do it if they want to do it and how well it works and that kind of stuff. And that's what I did. And the feedback I got was so kind of overwhelming for requests for more videos, more information, this, that and the other. I kind of thought, right, I'll carry on making them, and that's basically what got me started in the first place.
Awesome, so we just want to know exactly who were your inspirations?
So my main inspiration on YouTube was a guy called Bilsta57, that's BILSTA 57, and he had this sick setup that I found when I was searching for this kind of 6 monitor thing. And yeah, he's got this ridiculous setup. He's got this amazing kind of room with loads and loads of stuff in it, and it just looks sort of ultra sleek, and really loved it. And that was my main kind of inspiration, because I've had a similar, it's not nowhere near as good as Bilster's, but I've had a kind of, always had a sort of a kind of man cave, if you like. And I thought, yeah, that will be great if I can kind of put that out there and people will enjoy kind of looking at it. So yeah, Bilster 57, that was my main one really, to be honest. Great setup, you've got to go check that out.
So you compare your videos now to how they were when you started. Have they changed much?
My content, I guess, is fairly similar because it's all kind of around my kind of tech portfolio, if you will, my collection of gadgets, my kind of room setup, along with some tech reviews as well. So yeah, the actual content probably hasn't changed that much. The way I produce the content, the way I present, the actual quality of the content has changed a ridiculous amount. If you go back to my early videos, the quality wasn't fantastic, and there was a lot of kind of two hands on the product tech reviewing I'm not that fond of. So now it's all about me showing you the product, being in the videos, putting across my personality, and I think that's only been a positive move. So yeah, that's basically the way that it's changed, and the quality has gone up significantly as well. I've got much better recording gear now than I ever did have. So yeah, definitely changed quite considerably.
So we know for a lot of people that video creation can really alter your life a lot. So has it changed you in any way?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a ridiculous kind of social group now that we have on Twitter, including the guys from TEChBrits, where we actually get together quite a lot, and we meet up and, you know, have a few drinks, have some dinner, whatever, come to people's houses. So yeah, I mean, I've made some fantastic friends through this. I mean, I could name loads and loads of them, including the TEChBrits guys, like I said. But yeah, I mean, I've made a ridiculous amount of friends. So I guess that has changed my life in a certain way. I've also been invited and included in certain events that I would not have been included in before. So, you know, things like some of the BlackBerry parties with loads of celebrities there. I played a football match at Southampton Football Stadium. So things like that probably wouldn't have happened before. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely had some kind of key changes on my life, but the best thing about it is obviously making new friends, and that's been the biggest change. Not that I didn't have any friends before, but making some new ones.
So as you can probably tell, I have quite a few old tech memories. I was just wondering, what's your oldest tech memory? My oldest tech memory is getting a very, very basic, can't remember, it was probably a 186 or something like that, some 20 odd years ago, 24, 25 years ago, a couple of 5.25 inch floppy drives. I think it had something like 8 or 16k of RAM. And it had, I believe at the time, I think it was QDOS, which came around before PC DOS and then obviously MS-DOS. And yeah, that was great. Started tucking into the command line, and that's basically what got me started on my kind of IT career that I've been doing for the last 20 years. I'm now a technical architect, designing huge computer systems for very, very large companies. So yeah, that's basically what got me started. My first tech memory, and also what got me started in this kind of tech world, if you like.
So who do you think is the most influential person in technology?
To me, there's two key people for that: Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. I respect them both equally. I actually like Bill Gates more as a person, but those two really have been a complete kind of inspiration in terms of the tech development that we've seen, especially over the last kind of 10 or 20 years. Those guys really have been key in that arena, and yeah, huge respect for both of those guys. Obviously the late Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates now, who's just on a mission to, you know, go out there and save as many lives as possible. Incredible guy, absolutely incredible.
So, Mac or PC?
Mac for me.
iPhone, Android, Windows Phone or BlackBerry?
That would be an iPhone, with Android coming in a so close second.
So, do you remember your first phone? If not, what's the oldest phone you can remember?
First phone was a big Motorola brick. It was literally like that big battery on the bottom of it, and a little phone that you pulled off which had a cable attached to the battery. Can't remember the model number, but it was a huge battery, huge phone as well.
And of course, if you have a tablet, what was your first tablet?
I did have a crappy Windows PC based tablet from HP years and years ago, where the screen kind of swiveled round and changed from being a laptop to a tablet, but my first real tablet was an iPad.
So what was your first computer system?
First computer was, like I said, a really, really old x86 computer back in the days. Couple of 5.25 inch floppy drives, a very, very small amount of RAM. And yeah, that was about it. Probably a green screen as well.
Now, of the two social networks, would you prefer Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter, undoubtedly.
If one of these shut down, which couldn't you live without? YouTube or Twitter?
They're too different for me to compare.
And what's the favourite device in your house? I'm sure most will say the one that's on you, but what would you say?
Would have to be my iPhone. Comes everywhere with me, never leaves my side. Literally, is in my pocket right now. Gotta love the iPhone.
Thanks for joining us. It was great to have you. So why don't you just quickly round up to our viewers where we can find you?
You can find me at MrThaiBox123.com, youtube.com/MrThaiBox123. You can check out my other website, visbox.tv, and there's a whole bunch of others as well, but you'll find the links around those pages, so if you check those ones out. Big thank you to TEChBrits yet again. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please do make sure you subscribe, because these guys really do rock out some awesome content. Big thank you to everyone who watched, and I'll see all you guys pretty soon.
And of course, thank you guys at home for joining us as always. Of course, you can check out the little subscribe button above, because we're going to be having another great interview next week. And until next time, ciao.